Number 2 for the PS3, game installs. One of the more annoying features on the PS3 are game installs, which are utterly and totally unnecessary. Now, say you want to download a game or demo. I'm pretty sure you want to play it, right? So why do you have to separately install the game after it's downloaded? Some automatization should be implemented here because game installs, don't get me wrong, are fine in the PC environment, but I don't think they belong on a game console. If Sony aims to save space and download time by compressing the data, it fails miserably, as the time gained in faster downloads is negated by the insanely long install times. The whole installing business might be a file structure issue, but if Nintendo and Microsoft can do it, it shouldn't be a problem on the PS3. And this goes for full games on the PS3 as well. More often than on the Xbox 360, you will have to install the game, and the install times can be tediously long. Forced system and game updates can also be a pain in the ass on the PS3. Say you want to quickly show a buddy of yours how good you are at Modern Warfare 2. So you turn on your PS3, pop in the game, only to notice that you need a system update. So the system update takes about 5 to 10 minutes to download and another 5 minutes to install. After that's done, there may be an additional 5-minute download and install if the game itself needs an update. You probably get the point. Even though firmware updates are great because they improve the system, the regular downloading and installing of updates can be annoying because they usually find you when you least want them to. Number 2 for the Xbox 360, the limitation of the DVD format. Back in 2005, Microsoft had to get the Xbox 360 out on the market before the PS3. The Xbox 360 launched before any HD medias were available, so Microsoft had to settle for the DVD format for the time being. Back then, the capacity of the DVD was sufficient for gaming, but since then, games have grown in graphical scale. Effects and textures have gotten a lot bigger, and high-definition cutscenes have started to consume massive amounts of storage space. A fairly good example of this is God of War 3, which took up 35 gigabytes of storage space of a Blu-ray disc. That's almost 4 times the space of an average DVD, and I think that tells a story. The DVD format is holding back the development of gaming graphics for the Xbox 360 and for gaming graphics in general, as most multi-platform developers are not willing to create 2 sets of textures and HD content for the 2 consoles. There's only so much content you can fit on a DVD, and it's obvious that the biggest bottleneck on the Xbox 360 is not the CPU or GPU, it's the capacity of the digital versatile disc. Number 1 failure of the PS3, still no custom music tracks. Here's where the PS3 only doesn't do everything as well. The number 1 thing that still continues to annoy me on the PS3 is that for 99% of games, it's incapable of playing music in the background. For a lot of people, the game console has become the primary entertainment device in the living room. The PS3 is a gaming device, Blu-ray player, and media center device. It's a device that should be able to replace your DVD and CD player, but the fact that you can't play music while playing a game, for me personally means that I need to have an auxiliary music playing device, like a standalone CD player, which feels a bit backwards at this day and age. Say you're playing a game and the wife wants to listen to some music. Well, on the Xbox you can just play the music in the background.
Lock eyes from across the room, down my dream while the rhythms bloom. Take your hand and skip the names, no need here for
But with the PS3, I need my trusty old Panasonic DVD CD player to achieve the same thing. The lack of the capability of playing music in the background and having cross-game voice chat, I think refers to one thing, that the PS3 hardware is not very good at multitasking, which hints that the PS3 may have a severe bottleneck in memory usage. So I don't expect to see these 2 features appearing this generation.
Open my window and a breeze rolls in and when Bruce Willis was dead at the end of Sixth Sense, I shizzed in my...
Maybe next time around with the PS4. The number 1 failure of the Xbox 360 is obviously the Red Ring of Death. During these 12 rounds, this is a topic that I've been getting the most questions about. What about the Red Ring of Death? This has been an issue that has plagued the Xbox 360 since year 1. The Red Ring of Death is a sign of hardware failure of 1 or more components. From what is known, the first 3 iterations of the Xbox 360 hardware suffered irreparable hardware failures from overheating GPUs, CPUs, broken motherboards, and faulty power supplies. So it's not a single thing that caused the Red Ring of Death, but overall weak hardware design. Microsoft initially denied the allegations, but had to soon admit that they had a problem. The current estimates of the Xbox 360's failure rates are ranging from 35% to 55%, which are leaps and bounds beyond what are acceptable failure rates of consumer electronics products. So if you're watching this and you happen to own an Xbox 360, it's very likely that you yourself or someone you know has experienced the happy occasion of finding your Xbox blinking like a cheap set of Christmas lights. Of course, by now we've seen several revisions of the Xbox 360 motherboard, and the Jasper-based motherboards like the one I have in my Xbox are holding up fairly well. It's too early to say if the new Xbox 360 Slim suffers from any hardware failures, but I'm 100% sure that the new Xbox will not suffer from rendering of death. Well, this is because Microsoft decided to take out the LED indicator lights. Problem solved. The PS3 suffers from hardware failures as well. The yellow light of death is an acknowledged issue, but the percentage of hardware failures has been under 10%, which can be considered within normal range. I myself have not experienced the rendering of death on my Jasper-based Xbox 360, but truth be told, the Xbox 360 I've been using for the console wars has a busted HDMI port, so it's going to be sent in for repairs after I'm done with the series. Not very pleased about that, but thankfully I've received excellent customer service regarding the issue from Microsoft. And here's to hoping my old husky Xbox 360 is replaced by the mini-mod PC-cased new Xbox. So, for 12 rounds I've been trying to give an impartial comparison of the two consoles, but after 12 rounds I have to come out and say that I'm a fanboy. I'm a fanboy of the Xbox 360 and PS3, and of gaming in general. While it is interesting and controversial to stack the two consoles against each other in a heated battle, it is important to realize that whether you're on the Xbox 360 camp or the PS3 camp, it really doesn't matter. We're all playing for the same team because we're all gamers. Let's face it, both systems have excellent games and offer a great gaming experience. I personally recommend getting both consoles, so you can enjoy the best of both worlds. Uncharted 2 on your PS3, and the Gears of War series on your Xbox 360. But, to quote the great Christopher Lambert, there can be only one. And here's where we get to the conclusion of the console wars. To sum up, the Xbox 360 took round 1 with a better controller. No points were awarded in round 2 thanks to both platforms having a confusing SKU strategy. The PS3 took round 3 with better overall hardware and external design. In round 4, the Cell Broadband engine destroyed the Xbox 360 processor, and in round 5, the Xenos chip on the Xbox 360 took down the PS3's RSX graphics processor. The user interface round went to the PS3, and online features round went to the Xbox 360. The media playback round was taken hands down by the PS3, and round for the best multi-platform games was taken by the Xbox 360. The PS3 took home a very big round with a victory of best exclusive games in round 10. And in round 11, I predicted that the Xbox 360 has a brighter future ahead of it. The future round received some updates in the beginning of this round, and the finale also covered the major failings of both systems. The winner of the console wars is the device that offers the best bang for the buck with a varied selection of games, amazing graphics, and a great selection of features. The winner has the hardware that is more advanced with less bottlenecks, and I won't be sending this device in for repairs after the series is over. The winner of the console wars PlayStation 3. For the past year, the PS3 has proven its potential, and the graphics have finally started to live up to their expectations with games like God of War 3 and Uncharted 2. The PS3 has helped Blu-ray disc establish itself as the sole high-definition disc media, and with firmware updates, the PS3 is now a 3D-capable Blu-ray player. While neither system is perfect, the PS3 offers the best bang for the buck, and it only does everything. Well, maybe not at the same time, but, separately. But in any case, there are no losers in this round because I consider the Xbox 360 an almost perfect gaming machine, and if you need help deciding which console to get the one where your friends are at, because you can't go wrong with either platform. So, it took about 9 months to reach the end, but that's about it for the console wars. Keep on gaming on your PS3, Xbox 360, and your Wii for that matter. I know I will. LP, signing out.
When we said the PS3 only does everything, we meant it. And the move brings a whole lot more everything to the table. Because every gamer is a true gamer. Motion gamers, sitting gamers, everyone. And though we may pledge fanboy allegiances to different flags, deep down inside we all serve one master, one king. And his name is gaming. Forever may he reign!